TV. If you got nothing else to do, then you could listen to this while you're doing something more important. Hello, welcome back to Night by Classic Theater. I'm Jake. I'm Casey. And we've had a bad thing. Not so classic theater, it's pretty good. If there's nothing else on TV. If you got nothing else to do, then you could listen to this while you're doing something more important. Hello, welcome back to Night by Classic Theater. I'm Jake. I'm Casey. And we've had a bad thing.
In a world where toasters can talk, came this movie, and it was not a good movie, but I will defend it because I saw it when I was a little kid, and it made me nostalgic. So I am going to defend this movie.
Tell you what, we decided that we would watch The Brave Little Toaster. Now, Jake hasn't seen this movie in a long time. I saw this movie 4 or 5 years ago because one of my friends was trying to be nostalgic, and I realized how sucky and horrible this movie is.
Oh, no.
And how much I hate it, and it makes me depressed.
When you insult this movie, man, you insult my childhood. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay, by the way, we're eating toast in honor of a movie about a toaster, so.
It's important. When you talk about anything related to a toaster, you gotta eat toast too.
Yeah. It's good toast.
It's good toast.
Anyway. Yeah, movie. Well. Yeah, anyway. This is a movie
Should have got some
that
water.
was obviously a ripoff of both Homeward Bound and Toy Story before Toy Story even came out. They were so
I think
committed.
it was before Homeward Bound came out.
Well, not the 60s.
Well, I guess not the original one. Yeah.
But they were so committed to ripping off Toy Story that they had to go back in time to do it.
Yep, it's pretty much the. Let's see. It starts out super depressed. This whole movie is so depressing.
It is.
It's. They shouldn't call it The Brave Little Toaster. They should call it You Feel Bad About Your Life Now. That's what they should call it.
It's got a depressing overtone, but I can't help but have a warm, fuzzy feeling when I watch it.
Really? When? What made you...
I don't know
what
exactly
made you
what it
the
was.
most warm and fuzzy? Was it when the air conditioner killed himself in the beginning? Or was it when the vacuum cleaner murdered all his friends near the waterfall?
Well...
Or was it when all those cars died?
Okay. Well, it was nothing really specific. Just...
I know. It was when the little toaster lodged himself in the cogs of the machine, killing himself.
I get the feeling this is a personal attack.
I'm just saying, man.
Okay, well, there was nothing really specific about the movie, but it's just the memories I have of it, okay?
Okay. I get that.
Insult me if you will.
It's not an assault on you. I mean...
Okay, fine. Fine. Whatever. This movie was made in 85, before Toy Story, which is odd.
It was made in 87, bro.
87?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, whatever.
I do my research.
Good. But anyway, so apparently, this kid and his family moved away from their old house in the woods. They've been gone a while, and all the appliances are just waiting for him to come back.
Evidently about 10 years.
Yeah.
Because this kid's in college now, and he looked probably 8 years old or so.
Yeah, the appliances have a... What are you doing?
Chase is wrecking the house.
The baby has returned. The baby has returned. I know you all clamored after the last episode that we should have him as a regular, and we decided, okay, we will have a baby be a regular on the show.
It's the only responsible thing to do.
It really is. Anyway.
So yeah, this kid's been gone for a while, and so evidently every day, these appliances, who are all sentient, of course.
Well, some of them.
Some of them.
You don't see the fridge.
A handful of them are.
Okay.
They wake up and they do chores, and they clean and they wait for their master. Like any good appliance should.
I don't know, but they'll keep referring to the kid, not by his name, but by the word master. I just get this weird feeling like they're slaves. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, they basically are. I mean, he does He doesn't own them.
Yeah. Anyway, the appliances include a lamp, toaster, vacuum, a radio, and a blanket. I think that's it. You know, the funny thing is, the Brave Toaster is actually the least likable character in this.
Yeah, I hate the toaster.
He's boring.
The only one I like is the blanket, and that's the one that all the other characters hate.
For some reason, he's personified as sort of a baby, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's like a baby blanket. But yeah, all the other characters inexplicably hate this blanket.
I don't know. But my thing is, I kind of liked all the other characters except the Toaster. He was just boring.
Yeah, there was nothing. This is a sucky movie. Okay? I'm very upset. I specifically told Jake, I don't want to watch this movie.
I will admit.
But he insisted, because it's his birthday today.
It is, but mostly, I just wanted to see how much this had changed in my mind versus when I saw it when I was a kid, and it is kind of creepy. It is very depressing, and it's not really a hallmark of filmmaking, but I still like it.
I had a much better time watching Schindler's List than this. I'm just saying.
I still like it. I'm sorry.
Okay. One thing I didn't remember at all was that this movie is a musical.
Oh yeah, that's what threw me for a loop too. I forgot that they sing a lot.
A lot.
Gets annoying.
And not
you
well.
Can tell they were just padding out the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a musical. Everyone hates the blanket. We said that. Anyway, I hooked the vacuum up to a power generator because they figure, hey, the kid's not coming back for us. We're going to go find him in the city. So
exact same plot as Incredible Journey.
Exactly. They hooked the vacuum up to a power generator and hop on an office chair for him to pull them across the forest.
Well, it was a car battery.
A car battery? Was that what it was?
Yeah, which they don't have an AC/DC converter.
And it doesn't make sense that
So
the vacuum cleaner needs to be powered, but none of the other ones do, even though they all have cords. I don't know.
Yeah, they all have cords that plug in, but only the vacuum cleaner actually needs power. And when he gets unplugged, he's still alive.
It doesn't make
sense. How's that work?
But anyway, they're just going through mountains and rivers and valleys, and several pointless scenes. And come across...
It's basically a bunch of pointless scenes,
yeah,
one after another.
Ponds with singing animals, and then they move on, more singing. Then they go over a waterfall, just like in Homeward Bound.
It's the exact same movie as Homeward Bound,
really
just worse
weird.
And more depressing.
Yeah, they should have short-circuited when they went over that waterfall.
Short Circuit was a great movie.
Well...
Compared to this, it was.
I actually like this better than Short Circuit.
You've seen Short Circuit, right?
I have.
You've actually seen that?
Yes.
Well, you just lost your mind.
I know.
That's okay. You know.
My brain has taken a vacation. It said, goodbye, Jake. I am hopping on the bus to Crazy Town. And it hasn't come back. Anywho.
So after wandering in the forest for a while, they fall into a tar pit.
And a fat guy, junk collector, finds them. Mm-hmm. Just like in Homeward Bound, where the guy found the cat.
Yeah, dead cat guy. Same thing.
Fat guy who's obviously mentally ill drives a monster truck, finds him.
Like you do.
Yeah, he takes.
Everybody walks around in the forest looking for cast out appliances, so that they can take them back home in their monster truck,
which their dog can drive. By
Absolutely.
The way. Anyway, he takes him back to the parts store where he strips appliances for parts. And there's a lamp there that talks like Peter Lorre for some reason.
It probably is him.
Might be. I think he died before that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Bunch of appliances were like, hey, this is a bad, evil place because, I don't know.
Yeah, we're happy for some reason.
More music. They escape.
But yeah, pretty much that place is this guy's like a pawn store owner guy, like a appliance part store.
Yep.
And so when people who come in who apparently can't act at all say, I would also like a blender motor.
And some radio tubas.
Thank you. Anyway.
Get to that for me, please.
Yeah, so he goes in the back and takes apart one of the appliances and gives them the parts, which of course, because these are all humanized and everything.
It's evil!
Yeah, it's evil. You know, guy's basically...
He's Hitler.
Yeah, he's Hitler. This guy's Hitler.
He is.
Makes sense.
a mentally ill, deranged Hitler. Anyway, they escape by scaring him, which I guess if I was confronted with anthropomorphic toasters, I'd be pretty frightened. I would be.
Yeah, especially since your life's work was taking them apart and, like, killing them, you know?
Suddenly you find out they're out for blood.
Yep.
So they escape, and yeah, it's goofiness. But anyway, we cut to the kid's apartment where he lives with his mom and I guess his girlfriend is stopping by, but whatever.
Yeah.
He's going to college. He's packing for college and stuff, and he decides he's going to head out to the old house to get his old appliances, which
Like
is
you
just
do.
like in Homeward Bound, where if they had just stayed where they were, everything would have been fine.
I'm going to blame Shadow for this, too, because it's his fault.
The stupid golden retriever. He
Yep.
probably convinced them. He's like, hey, it worked out so well for us. I almost died. Why don't you too? I don't
Crazy.
know. What?
So this kid's new appliances that he got, which are top of the line, like cutting edge technology
Of course
back
that-
in the 80s.
That means they're evil.
Yep, so they're evil, of course.
Inexplicably
like
evil.
all technology.
Really?
Except for Google. I,
Wow.
for one, embrace Google.
I will resist our new overlord for as long as I can.
I'll embrace them. I'm glad.
Yeah, just embrace the darkness. Go ahead. I'm a lone rebel. Anywho,
We do not speak of these things, do we?
we do not.
I, for one,
Microsoft.
love Google.
Microsoft hears every word we say. Microsoft is our friend. Anywho, the appliances are evil. They start singing because they're evil, and they toss our heroes out into the trash. And more music. The kid decides. Well, he goes out to the old cabin because he wants his appliances, and he decides, well, they're not here. Gonna get some new ones.
Guess I'll fix the AC like you do.
He
Instead of
fixes
just
the
walking out.
AC who killed himself, and then he just goes back to the apartment and figures, where am I going to get some cheap appliances?
This kid is like obsessed with appliances. First of all, this is like, well, they need to have a word for this, where you just get too crazy about stuff.
And then they get all depressed when they leave.
Yeah, like I mean,
this is the third movie in a row.
it is. And it's like, dude, like, get your priorities straight.
Let it go, man.
You know what is not that important? Any toaster ever.
Stop anthropomorphizing inanimate objects and dogs, and we wouldn't have this problem.
It's true. Of course, maybe his love for appliances is why all of these appliances were so obsessed with the master.
I don't know. They're both feeding in each other's addictions, I guess.
Yeah.
It's really kind of creepy.
It's not what you call, that's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. Anyway, there's more music, like there is, and the kid goes to the junkyard because his TV told him to.
Yep.
I listen to my television.
I do too.
The appliances are all in the junkyard, and they running from this big magnetic crusher thing. Magnet that gets the metal, puts it on a conveyor belt, gets crushed.
Yeah, which apparently is the most heartless being in existence, because that guy, the magnet, the electromagnet, is alive. And he knows that all the other people are alive,
All
right?
the other, like the crushed cars. And
Yeah,
stuff
all the
that he's
cars
crushing.
and everything. He knows they're alive and just puts them in the
doesn't care.
crusher.
This guy's Hitler too. It's like if Hitler made a movie, this is Hitler's movie.
Yep, it's Hitler's cartoon.
His final wishes before he and Ava committed suicide, he was like, okay, let's see here. I don't like Jewish people, I don't like them. You know what? One day I want you guys to make a movie about a toaster where everyone is evil. It would be very funny.
Except for the blanket, and we will hate the blanket.
Everyone hates the blanket.
Everyone
Anyway,
hates the blanket.
Love and kisses, Adolf. Here, go mail that off to somebody. Anyhow, the blankie has been carrying a picture around of the master when he was 10.
Blanket is also obsessed.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy. He drops the picture, and the master, he's looking for appliances, and he's picking up this old radio, and he sees the picture, and it's like, wow, this isn't creepy at all.
Yeah, this isn't like the exact plot of Paranormal Activity. Like, oh, I just found a picture randomly here of me when I was little. This is every horror movie ever. You know what you should do? Run away.
I wonder if Rod Serling's narrating this right now.
This is actually scarier than a horror movie.
Seems like an episode of The Twilight Zone. He finds his appliances on the conveyor belt, and he's like, well, convenient. Here they are. But then he asks them and gets picked up by the conveyor belt. And,
and he almost dies.
He almost dies, but he doesn't die because the toaster
hurls himself
bravely, or maybe stupidly, depending on how you want to see it,
into the innards of the machine.
The cogs to get crushed and mangled.
And then he fixes the toaster, and we live happily ever after.
P.S. Und wenn you end the movie, we want the toaster to get crushed and mangled. It would be hilarious. The little kids, they will love it.
And then the producers were like, you know, maybe we should have a somewhat happy ending where just not everyone dies.
Sorry, Adolf. We're going to add a new ending on here where the kid repairs the toaster.
Yeah.
And he takes.
But we'll keep all the other stuff because that stuff was good.
We got to respect Hitler's memory. Sig Heil, everybody.
No one should ever say.
Sig Heil.
And this will be certainly our last podcast. So I hope that you guys have had fun.
It's been fun for us. I mean, we've had so much success over the years doing this. We'd like to thank our sponsor.
Google.
Do we have a sponsor?
Yeah.
We have a sponsor. Okay. That's news to me. I wish I would have gotten money, but we'd like to thank them. We bought
the toast with it.
We'd like to thank our toast that we ate. It was good
We
toast.
ate some toast.
We'd like to thank the toaster that toasted the toast. And the toasting toaster who toasted the toast. He wasn't a brave toaster. He was more of a cowardly toaster. He has never saved my life. Not once.
Jake, how many... Hold on, the baby.
Chase, you are dangerously coming close to getting kicked off of this show as an advisor.
It's true.
Because
Chase is our number one advisor.
You are not contributing anything right now.
Jake, how many mangled blender motors would you give out of 5 for this movie?
You're going to hate me for this. I will give it a 3.75.
Why?
I'm sorry. I just have happy memories associated with this movie.
Are you serious?
I cannot
actually like this?
critically separate it from the memories in my mind.
I'll tell you what, I like movies, and I'm not overly hard on movies, okay? Air Bud Spikes Back, you know, it sucked, but it wasn't horrible.
Look, okay, well, what's
This movie, I actually did not have fun watching. I was mad, or sad, or scared the whole time, because it's just a depressing...
Okay, what's a movie from your childhood that you just really loved as a kid? Besides Tremors.
Well, honestly, I really liked Brave Little Toaster when I was little. But now I've grown. Now I see. Okay? And it's not just because I was little and now I'm all mature and everything. Like, I like a lot of stuff when I was little. I still like a lot of stuff that I liked when I was little.
Okay.
But I like stuff that was good from when I was little.
Why don't you go critically review Barney and Friends, and then get back to me.
Tell you what,
Separate the memories, man.
I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the very first episode the other day. It was awesome. Like, it really was. Like, they did a really good job.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the very first episode of the very first series. It was well done.
We're talking
it had
about
good
the
character
same thing,
development.
Right?
Yeah, it had, I mean, the effects weren't that great, but, like, the action was good, the story was good, the characters were good. Except for they were racist, but...
Okay, well, your Power Rangers is my Brave Toaster, okay?
Okay.
How many mangled blender motors would you give this movie?
I would give it probably... I'd probably give it 2. Here's why. Because it was... well drawn. Animation was pretty good. The colors were nice. The art was freaking creepy, but good. Everything else sucked. But yeah, I mean, that was good. You know, it's okay. It's alright.
Well, you will be glad to know they made sequels.
Good.
That was another one of Adolf's demands. There would
Add
be
that to the list of
sequels.
things never to experience ever.
And in the third one, they will go to Mars.
They actually do go to Mars in the third one.
I watched the sequels. I don't hold them in as high of regard as the original.
So it actually goes downhill from here?
Yes,
That's disappointing.
I will admit that
That's
it
frightening.
does go downhill from here.
That's very concerning to me.
Yes.
All right, I'm out.
Oh, I can just take over for the rest of it? Alright, well, conspiracy theory number 425. Abraham Lincoln was not a vampire slayer so much as he was a zombie slayer. But one day, the zombies got all up in his grill and they were like, "Yo, Abe, hey, you gonna be president?" And he's like, "Okay," and that's how that happened.
Okay, this is definitely recording afterwards. Good. Hi, little pumpkin.
Conspiracy theory. Wait, 240. Horses are humans in very elaborate disguises. Very elaborate. I speak on authority because I actually did know a horse once, and it was a human. I may have been on some prescribed medications at the time. Conspiracy theory 298. Obama.
Okay, well, it's been 3 hours, so are you... Wow, you have a whole list.
Yeah,
Do you have that with you the whole time?
I did. It was in my back pocket. I've been kind of addressing this theories like randomly, not in any particular order. I may have repeated myself a couple times, but, people need to hear this.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I'll probably cut that out, but that's cool.
That's one upset baby.
Yeah, he's fine now. He has a cracker.
Good.
So, gosh, where were we?
I don't know.
Okay, here's the thing. Since apparently you're a much bigger fan of the movie than I am, give me your top 5 moments here. So your top 5 reasons why you like this movie.
Okay, well. Number 5, I guess. I enjoyed the crying baby. Oh no, that was this podcast. I'm getting confused. Number 5, the lamp. I like the lamp. He was a nice character.
Okay, yeah, the lamp was a good character. I'll give you that.
Number 4, I like the radio. He was a good character too.
Okay, lamp the
Number
radio.
3, the scene where the toaster jams himself into the cogs.
Yeah, the toaster suicide scene. Awesome.
Delighted me deeply.
Great.
What am I on? Number 2?
This would be number 2, yeah.
What would be number 2? Number 2 was the very depressing opening where everyone was crying.
I love it when everyone's crying. Man, that was just the best.
It brings much laughter to me.
Oh, it was great.
Number 1, I guess, would have to be the scene where they all go over the waterfall and it looks like everyone's dead.
Neat.
Definitely delightful.
Neat. Here's the thing. You have problems with your mind.
Well, okay.
So, and I blame this movie for it.
I did watch it at a young age. I guess if I had to sit down with a psychiatrist again, that would eventually come out.
Absolutely.
It would.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I think we've all really learned something today.
Hang on, I got a text. One of my friends is coming over. He heard you didn't like the movie, and he was kind of upset about it.
Who's your friend?
Oh, hold on. He's at the door right now.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, pal. Hey.
Okay. Why is there a talking toaster?
He's actually my toaster. He's been sitting on my counter for the last few years. He's nice. I mean, he's not a brave toaster, but he's a very indignant toaster right now. I think you got to hear him out.
Yeah, the indignant little toaster. This sounds good. Yeah.
Hey, you making fun of me?
I'm... Sir?
Yeah. Look, I understand you did not appreciate the film that I made.
Well, you didn't really make it. You were.
That was me. I was the toaster there in that movie.
You're a girl? Because your voice was played by a girl.
No, that was me. Look, I went through toaster puberty at a late age, okay? You're gonna fault me for that?
What happened to your eyes?
Well, okay, look, remember when I jumped into the cogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. You gonna make fun of me for that, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I was
You gonna
thinking about
fault me?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty bad movie, honestly.
Look, are you sure it wasn't a bad movie? Or maybe you're just a toaster racist, huh? Maybe that's it.
Well, you don't have hands.
I have levers!
Well, it's actually,
Okay.
It's actually pronounced lever, but thanks.
I don't care how you pronounce it, it counts.
That's
It
why you-
adds humanity, all
Why
right?
do you think they called it Lever 2000? mean,
I don't know what you're talking
it's for
about.
all your 2,000 parts.
What?
You probably don't even have 2,000 parts.
I'm a
can't even-
toaster!
You can't even get in the shower, bro.
Look! Are you gonna make fun of my handicaps, huh? Is that what you're gonna do?
It's not really a
You're
handicap.
making me upset, man!
I mean, you never really had the ability anyway. It's not like you have a handicap. Okay, so,
Come on!
so cool. Well, thanks for inviting him.
Dude, you made him cry.
Well, he shouldn't have made such a sucky movie.
Well, are you gonna blame him? He was young, okay? He was young when he made the movie. I'm sure he's got golden memories of it too, because it was part of his childhood as well. I mean, are you really gonna fault him for having feelings?
Yeah, it's like when you think of like
I'm
a...
getting out of here, man! I'm getting out of here! I'm so much hate! So much
Jake has lost his
hate,
mind.
Man. Hate. I think the toaster scared the baby.
Yeah, well, maybe it was just you shouting. Like a psycho.
What, me? That was the toaster.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
He just left.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for
Did you
listening
watch
to
him
what will almost
walk
certainly be
out
our
of
last
the room?
podcast. This was a good time.
It was a very good time.
How many mangled do we already do that part? I don't even
I'm not
remember.
sure if we did. We had to re-record part of this, and we're not sure what we
Yeah.
have or haven't done. But I think I gave it a 3.7 mangled toasters out of 5.
Okay.
Because, I have golden memories. I'm sorry. I cannot separate the memory from the film. And you gave it a 2. Because it had nice animation.
It does have nice animation. I like it.
Okay. All right.
Other than not wanting to live anymore after watching it, I feel really good.
You sure you're
If maybe like next we could watch like a documentary on like what was it, Chernobyl? Yeah, it's just anything where like a bunch of people died, just to bring up the mood a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, this has been Not Quite Classic Theater. I'm Jake.
And I'm Casey.
And that was a toaster. It really was. You saw it. He saw it. Okay. Well, his name was Clyde, by the way. Like the worm in Tremors, but not a worm, a toaster. So it's kind of like it, but not quite.
Hashtag indignant little toaster.
We're going to get that trending on Twitter. Anyway, if you have a movie you'd like us to review, hit us up on our Twitter account, NQCT Podcast on Twitter, not Facebook. We're not on Facebook. You know why? Facebook is controlled by Google, and I will resist. I will resist our overlords until such a time as when I can't, because they have killed me. Which, that is certainly coming. You filthy toaster racists. Goodbye. Hi, I'm Clyde the Toaster. I'm back. Hey, you know what? I don't really like you. Where is everybody? Man, I'm here all alone. I'm just gonna toast some bread, keep myself company. Something I've thought about, but I've never really vocalized is some bread that comes out of me. Technically my child. I like to think of it as so. So when you eat the bread, just remember, you are eating my child. Alright. I think I've delivered my message. I'm getting out of here. By the way, folks, remember to invest your annuities in government bonds, because they pay back at a very high interest rate over time. You gotta wait a while, but it's a sound investment, okay? I was talking to H&R Block recently, doing my taxes. Alright. Toasters pay taxes, okay? It's true. You're gonna fall.